Hey, once again, I am back. It's the Uncle, and welcome to another episode of TUBARS, the Uncle Brisson Review Show. Listen, we all know Chi-Town has been making some waves the last couple of years, you know what I mean? So why wouldn't Saba want to team up with No ID and just give us something dope, you know, from the private collection of Saba? All right, I'm going to be hopping into that review a little later, you feel what I'm saying? So I'm going to need y'all to hang in there with me. I'm going to need y'all to stay tuned because y'all be rolling out pretty early, you feel me? So before you do that, I need you to like, I need you to comment, subscribe to the channel because TUBARS needs your support. I got some dope visuals set up for y'all a little later down too. So I'm going to need y'all to hang in there with me because there's some really, really good stuff out here, yo. Last couple of weeks been crazy and I'm going to hop on in. You feel me? But before I get into all of that, you know, I have to say, y'all know I like to deal with positivity. No clickbait on my channel. If you're looking for drama, you definitely will not find that here. So you might as well click off. Some sad news in the city of Philadelphia. I hate doing this, but this definitely needs to be said. Prominent figure, manager, somebody who brought some positivity to the city, my man North Philly Meech, man. Unfortunately, he passed a little over a week ago, and he just was responsible for helping out a lot of young artists in the city. He was responsible for just being a positive figure, getting the parties in the city just, you know, popping. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that came to the city, he extended his hospitality to them. And, you know, I'm just glad it wasn't a tragedy that we would be talking about. And I'm not sure of the ins and outs of North Philly Meech's death. But at the end of the day, as far as my dealings with him, he was a good dude, and he will surely be missed in the city of Philadelphia. So I send my condolences to his family. I send my condolences to all the artists whose lives he's affected. And again, he will be missed in the city of Philadelphia.
Look, I just talk. I don't know how to rap. Try to test for my flow. Copy that. Them devils took his life, never got it back. You lost this many, you rock a lot black. Off the wagon, sipping log cabin. These rappers, crisis actors, false flagging. Homie overdose, finally caught his dragon. Cats dying every day, B, y'all bragging. Had the biggest call me Mr. Wiggles with the flunky. Playing monkey in the middle, pin the tail on the junkie. We was getting money, cracking on them crackheads back then. Funny, 3 for 20, no deals. Thought mama didn't love me, but she couldn't afford to scribble rugby. She flipping dummies, bummy piece the little buddy tummy, grounding out, getting chicken out, different country.
Kind of planted a seed.
That seed took root.
Well, ever since I wrote it, it was sort of ticking away in there. It just kept kind of growing.
Look, I just talk shit. I don't know how to live. I'm learning. Live my burning bridge. Serve once, never turn again. It's how you welcome a returning guest. Stress gave my mama wings. I don't need the karma that the drama bring. It's the right way to do the wrong thing. Yeah. I be dropping gems. They all bling. 5-shot revolver, bet that John sting. Buy more stocks, less socks. All them clothes is just rags with less spots. Go invest in the business, let the rest watch. About to open up a sweatshop. Yeah, nothing but fleece, fresh hoodies and sneaks. Better than running the streets and ducking police. Up the funds, fumble every couple of weeks. Hop out the window, then I jump on the beat with both feet.
Yeah, so hey, I made it home. You know, I ended up just floating down the river. Hold on, buddy, hold on now. I ended up just floating down the river.
Classic do-rag months. Yeah. Thelonious Trump, Black Power Chancellor, heavy on the hunt, scrap my poly with the Panthers. Paint a paradigm, paragraph felon. Picasso with the paint, redesign my reflection.
Line connection, rhymes in depth, change chambers, combine selections. I spend my time writing bangers, free killer Ben. The Voltron is one-legged till you come home. Got the goons on deck, ready to set it.
Embedded comedics, analog, alphabetical, aura kinetic. Extreme scientific measure when chemicals clash. Break the beaker in half, flip the numbers on the digital dash. You dealing with
Well-rounded,
math.
that's why the flag is universal. My 187s is legal. Peace to all my Al Pacinos and Chino. This is Paragraph, Pelican Bay. For all the pirates retired, we lick shots like it's Veterans Day.
The terrorist spray, hollow heads out the metal face. Toe tag your bean bag, get your physical lace. We back spazzing, worse than a muscle contraction. My contraption, hit 'em like a deadly
The
assassin.
Fetty is stashed in big bags, safe and secure. My soldiers Ebola, masterminds of medical war.
Yeah.
Monks, we the bosses. The new Bob Marleys and Peter Toshes. The chain everywhere like Mickey D's
Got 'em
and Jesus
nauseous,
crosses.
emblem flawless. High exalted, channeling forces. Panoramic in the Panamera, lean and awkward.
The beam is gorgeous, but my fiend for Porsches. Ride slow through the sideshow and then we floor
Out of orbit, the tricolor Figaro.
the gigolos. Flexing on like Lou Ferrigno.
Really though, Terminator Schwarzenegger. Yo,
200 G's is minimal.
the situation's critical.
Fedora feather hat Mac. Slice blade 150 inches across your tall can. Staple your face like Laws land, we still getting green with the whites. Like we in Boston, you see how it's costing.
Play the coin tossing, Sambuy your draft. We the first dream team with the no-look pass. Pad the stat sheet, track meet. Jordan and Irv, the best backcourt living. We distribute the bird.
Packages push, throwback immaculate crooks. When the beat is dope, it's easy for the crack to get cooked. We tapping the books, the Africans is back in the bush. We snatching your puss, smashing all the passionate smuts.
Miraculous juke, witness my spectacular look. The fashion is crook, make you get his rap up. We tailor-made tuxedos. You a tummy tuck cut pair of Speedos.
Back smack you with the chrome eagle.
Got the Magic. Three-pointer. Back goes. It went in and came out. Rebound of Vlade. Nice rebound. The Vlade. Oh, Magic a head and shoulder fake. Goes under and scores. Standing ovation. Listen to the crowd. Throws the ball away to Magic. He's got it with authority. And out of the backcourt, everybody is authoritative. Magic behind the back. No look pass. Score!
So with that being said, the pickup segment. Okay, so you know what? Like I said, man, I think one of the cities that have been just making waves here lately is Chicago. You know what I mean? The resurgence is just crazy. Again, we're talking about Saba this week. You feel me? But if y'all remember last year when I first started my show back up, I did a review on this ball. I Am God, okay? And I Am God has teamed up with Master Ill for this City of God. And let me tell you something. This little album, EP, whatever you want to call it, is just crazy. The freaking production on this joint is crazy. I mean, the intro, way too easy. He's just showing you how easy it is for him to just bar out and just give you these bars and show you that Chicago ain't went nowhere as far as lyricism is concerned. Again, the title track, City of God, that joint just go right, like keep mixing in the way it's just, the production on that is just crazy. City of God, like every 4 bars it just comes in and just, it's just crazy, man. I mean, this dude is just lyrically talented. Chicago don't raise no hoes. I mean, featuring A.M. Early and Vic Spencer. I mean, just a dope chorus, lyrical display of just 3 Chi-Town greats. You feel what I'm saying? This boy, he is just ridiculous, man. I don't know if y'all not listening to I Am God, you missing out. You feel what I'm saying? I'm talking about as far as true hip hop heads are concerned. You know, somebody like myself who just loves lyricism, somebody who could flow with the beat, the been around that. I mean, his bars is crazy. The rapid fire spit on there is crazy. The beat is bananas. You feel me? This boy is just ridiculous. I'm talking about bars on bars on bars. That's all I can say. You know what I mean? Shout out to I Am God for just giving us some pure, real hip hop and letting y'all know that, Chicago ain't forgot how to rap. You feel what I'm saying? And then we're going to slide over to his neighbor, my man Water with the 2 R's. I mean, he teamed up with if I don't want to pronounce this boy's name wrong, but Machacha, and they got this Almighty 2. In 2023, they gave us the Almighty, so now they are back with Almighty 2. And the first track that stood out to me as I listened to this album was Overqualified. I mean, come on, Water. You gotta stop. They not listening, bro. You know what I mean? You gotta stop giving them these messages within the bars like this, man, with the production. I mean, it's just crazy. That track, it needs to be heard everywhere, man. You know what I mean? The Compass John, you know, you always got something to say. I gotta tell you, man, calling out the government, you know what I'm saying? Just us being lost out here. I just appreciate the message within that track. We gotta wake up, man. We gotta wake up. They're all eyes, John. I just want to know, you know, like, how you kill this track like this with just a futuristic space sound in the back? I mean, you got to answer that for me, fam. You know what I mean? I don't know. You got to comment. You got to tell me what's going on. You know, Marvelous Thing. The production is crazy on there. I mean, these types of artists are just making pure art. And that's all I can say. You feel me? Chi-Town is just ridiculous right now. We're going to get into Saba later, but I just had to begin the show with just Chicago is ridiculous. You know what I mean? So we got another nice, soft. I'm gonna calm it down a little bit because I'll be listening to R&B too. You know what I mean? Everybody knows that I love Fela Live. If you watch my show, she's just a dope artist from Africa. If I'm not mistaken, please don't kill me. But from what I know, she's from Africa. She teamed up with Lizzie Burchie with this Love Deep. I mean, it's just a smooth love song, just about, you know, trust and love. You know, just showing love, trust and love. You know, it was something that actually, you know, I had to listen to just to kind of settle my head these last couple of weeks. I threw it on my Smooth Grooves playlist, and I've been giving that joint heavy rotation. So shout out to Fela La and Lizzie Burchie for just coming together, giving some good smooth tones. You feel me? My man Reason is back. All the stuff that's been going on, you know, him getting off of TDE, you know, the Drake stuff, you know what I mean? Him being on Drake's side or saying he was on Drake's side, but not really, just to get, I guess, some kind of clickbait or whatever the case may be. I will say, there you have it. I ain't even gonna lie to you. That made, like, when that joint came out, it was one of my top albums of the year. So regardless of how y'all feel about Reason, I'm definitely going to tap in with my man. You know, I Love You Again. We know it's a little small underlining within that. But the track, Whole Lot featuring my man Ransom. Come on, man. Y'all know Ransom has been on this show so many times. That joint is crazy. The chorus is dope. So I'm getting some enjoyment out of that, man. And my man BG is back. You know what I mean? Freedom of speech. My man BG is back. The Got It Poppin' joint took me back to that original BG sound. If anybody's familiar with BG, you know, all the youngins, y'all go back and listen to my man BG. That track took me back. He gets personal on that Real Life track, which I really appreciate. We all know he's been through a whole lot of stuff with Baby and all of that. So it's just good to hear him just back, you know what I mean, giving some good quality work. You feel me? Green Tea Ping, another artist who gives us some really good R&B. You know, Tell 'Em It's Sunny. She got that TARDIS track. It's like Hardest. The Stone's Throw track is really good off of there. And these guys, man, R&B, if bass is not in your collection, then you're doing something wrong. And I had the Inside Voices EP. I told you I was waiting for the full joint to drop. This is, you know, Inside Voices, that Avalon track, the Furlough track, the Capsize. I mean, everything that they do, they just don't miss. You feel me? Like it. So if you're looking for some really good R&B, these boys is ridiculous. Camilla Covington, the Crazy Eyes anthology. I've been getting some enjoyment out of that. And I had this woman on the on my National Women's History Month, John, Queen Heroine. I mean, this man, Awaken the Sleeping Giant, man. She lyrically, she barring out. You feel what I'm saying? I gotta say that. And again, Dropping a second time this year is my man Mickey Facts. I mean, come on, man. We got to give credit where credit is due. This Dean's List Volume 1. I'm going to be waiting for Volume 2, 3, 4, 5, a million. If he keep coming like this, I'm talking about from the Dean's List all the way to graduation. The production is crazy. The features are crazy. All these balls is on here just barring out. You feel me? So I gotta give credit where credit is due. We smoothing it out again with Jessie Reyes. You feel me? She got this Paid in Memories. What is it? How you pronounce that, John? Silo, Sibin, and Daisies. I love that track. You know what I mean? The direction she going on this album is a little bit different, but the concept of that song and the style I really love. What we got? We got Ray Lozano, The Silk and Sorrow. I got to tell you, definitely something that's worth a listening ear as far as, you know, if you're trying to smooth it out. You know what I mean? Let the Heart Grow. Higher. I mean, her vocals are just so smooth. You know, it just good. My man, I'm on the R&B joint a lot too. I can't even front. And I'm jumping, but I'm trying to get through. You feel me? Duran Bernard, The Bloom. I gotta say, I love this album. I can't even front. I love it. He don't miss. You know what I mean? That song Reaching, I really love that joint. My man from Philly is back. My man Ralphie Reese with the Uptown Theater. The what is it? The 2240 North Broad Street. I mean, the production is crazy on that joint. You know what I'm saying? What he got? Phantom of the Gallery featuring Danielson and Mondo Slade. That joint is crazy. And a couple of dope singles before I get into these videos. Y'all probably tired of listening to me talk, but it was a lot. And y'all know that I got to get all of these in. My man Big Preem is back. You feel what I'm saying? Big Preem featuring Young Shitty. I mean, the best move, man. Who produced this joint, man? You got to slap this boy, man. You got to calm this boy down because the production on this joint is crazy. The back-to-back flow is bananas. All right, that's all I can say. You feel me? It's just dope. One more thing that I got to tell y'all about before I go into these videos. My man Les IV is back. This new single, Shador, I mean, the production is crazy. The bop on this joint is crazy. The different metaphors and the way that he flows along with this joint is just bananas. It got me waiting for the new album that I know is coming very, very soon. But listen, man, it's been some really good hip-hop that has came out, or music, excuse me, because I went R&B and hip-hop, but some music that has came out in the last few weeks. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what I'm digging up on. I'm going to hop into these visuals. I know y'all tired of listening to me. I'll be right back.
I stay right around the corner from another corner. I'm a new survivor. I'm a rep my side if you don't see me in the morning. I'm another corner. I'm another I got caught up on the block. Yo, I stay right around the corner from another corner. I'm a new survivor. I'm a rep my side if you don't see me in the morning. I'm another corner. I'm another I got caught up on the block. I've been here making my own. Ain't no spare space on the throne. You was scared. Safe in at home. I was here singing my song, painting my tone, lane in my own. I had the slow burn passing. So if I spare anything, it's in the Goldberg fashion. I showed the wasted time, they pushed off the edge of all of the fake stuff. Probably won't get it, cause some of y'all gotta wake up, yeah. You think you know me from stupid and made up, but I don't know myself, and that's what I'm afraid of. Fear ain't stopping nothing when hunger pains in your belly. Full mask in the Chevy, Glocks loaded and ready to hit the neighborhood deli. Then boom, the shooter yelling out, give me this already, then boom. You turn around and the driver done spit already, then boom. You hit already, then boom. You're dead already. Remind me of Wizard Kelly, cause nobody saw the face of the shooter. The case in the news and his faith in the booty. He's safe on the move, but he right around the corner from another corner. I'm a new survivor. I'm a rep my side if you don't see me in the morning. I'm another corner. I'm another got caught up on the block. Yo, I stay right around the corner from another corner. I'm a new survivor. I'm a rep my side if you don't see me in the morning. I'm another corner. I'm another I got caught up on the block. You speaking too loose now. You need too cool now. Street time, so you thinking that it suits you now. Going cuckoo now. Got you a new coupe now. No job talking about you doing YouTube now. Hanging with Juju now. Got you a new crew now. 2 black eyes, I see they gave you that boom boom now. They call you foo-foo now. So what you do now? You gon' get revenge or you gon' let them shoot you now? You gon' load it up and let what's up. Cause it ain't no listening to your father, he old as the homies ain't showing up, so it ain't no showing love. Just mugging and shoulder bumps. Cause you wanna hold the grudge, and trust me, I know it sucks. But don't let it hold you up. Just focus and overcome. It's all part of growing up. At times it gets slow as but it ain't our goal to rush. When you in your phase, your mental get overstuck. I stay right around the corner from another corner. I'm a new survivor. I'm a rep my side. If you don't see me in the morning, I'm another corner. I'm another got caught up on the block. Yo, I stay right around the corner from another corner. I'm a new survivor. I'm a rep my side. If you don't see me in the morning, I'm another corner. I'm another I got caught up on the block. And we both around and it's 60 degrees. We both feel like same 60 degrees, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Your heat is my heat. Word.
Three. Oh my God. Three. Oh my God. Ay, ay, ay. Wow. In the sickening face of hate, all I could do was chuckle with all this water on my knuckle and Medusa on the buckle. The repercussions start feeling like God doesn't love you. Victory is my rebuttal. Whores I'm known to juggle. Should've died a long time ago. The reaper look befuddled. I hate to burst your bubble. Business stood on when I come through. I'm sure that you would love to avoid the tussle and all the trouble. And if my aunt had balls, then she would probably be my uncle. Made it out of them situations you would find worrisome. When the statements got low, no hesitation. I'm a dirty some. I'm a no breathing room in the clip. You need a broom for defense. I need a room at the Ritz. Rich habits, wrist flashing, you laughing. Click glasses, kick ashes. We live lavish. Big passion, chicken stashing, went platinum. Bricks had him, my whip status is Trish Stratus. Gigantic, humongous, enormous. The walls is adorned with paintings. The rugs was imported. The drug shorty it was pink like clitoris. There's only one crime, none to come. Number 4, this gigantic, humongous, enormous. The walls is adorned with paintings. The rugs was imported. The drug shorty it was pink like clitoris. There's only one crime, none to come. Number 4, this popped up in Bologna. Hashish and Dior aroma. Foreign motor, white gold like coca. Fight go in the 7s. Don't invite me to the wedding. Slide through like Belle Biv DeVoe, leave an impression. I ain't pressed for nothing. Sous chef, I used to prep the onion, stretch and cut it. Phone jumping all set, beloved. Yeah, I went from debit to debonair. New Delhi to Delaware. Get cheddar any hemisphere. Sphere of influence. Trauma had to live through it. Wrote about it. Got rich through it. Now the band's moving through the Highland. We don't got too much in common. Never had the con men. I'm calm zen. Getting commas. Not a dollar is dishonest. I just got a different product. Enchilada on my collar, but I'm moderately modest. You have Moroccan, carry crystal in a pocketbook. Pop cause I got a hook, then my pocket look gigantic, humongous, enormous. The walls is adorned with paintings. The rugs was imported. The drug shorty was pink like clitoris. There's only one crime, none to come. Number 4, this gigantic, humongous, enormous. The walls is adorned with paintings. The rugs was imported. The drug shorty it was pink like clitoris. There's only one crime, none to come. Number 4, this
looking at Saturday, but you're needed in London this Friday.
sudden, isn't it?
Sudden? No, it's very far from sudden. Teddy's been working on this for 5 months. Dan almost that. I've been in on it for 2. It's not sudden. It's preparation.
Hey, once again I am back and welcome to the second segment of TUBARS, the Uncle Brashawn Review Show. Listen, hopefully y'all hung in there. You feel what I'm saying? Because I got to break this joint down. You know what I mean? We all be asking for some good quality work out here. We all be asking for artists to, you know, put it out there, put their life on the line. As far, and I don't mean your life on the line literally, but just speak to us, you know, from your perspective of what happened with you through your life. And let me tell you something. Saba has a great way of doing that. You know what I mean? In 2018, I tell you, man, it made like my top 10 albums of the year that year. He gave us Care For Me. Really, really love that. Really love that. Then, you know, he doubled back. 2022, he gave us a few good things. I mean, come on, man. Let's talk about art. You feel what I'm saying? definitely a dope body of work. The title track featuring Black Thought Alone on the back end of that joint just summed that whole album up crazy. But now he is back with the private collection of Saba. Every track produced by No ID. And let me tell you something. My whole thing when we get into these albums where the whole album is produced by one producer, sometimes, you know, the albums can get a little the same sounding, or, you know, it just doesn't go in a couple of different directions but still coincide, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? It does work, and I'll talk a little bit about that later. It has worked in the past. I'm not saying that it's impossible, but me going into these albums when it's just one producer, I really be listening to see, you know, how we going to do this. You feel what I'm saying? So guess what? I'm a hop right in. All right? Every painting has a price, okay? First off, it's a dope sample from the start. You know, No ID's production, we know. He has done production for so many of the greats. Your Nas's, your Jay-Z. I mean, that's just, we can go down the line. We're not even going to do that. We're talking about Saba, okay? But a dope sample from the start. You know, then he got some meaningful bars of just being grounded and you know, just who he is as a person, man. And, you know, when you open up, some people you realize are facing the same problems as you. The song is about, you know, love and openness can draw you closer to people, and no matter what's painted, how big, how small, every painting has a price. And from the outset, I'm like, okay, I definitely understand what my man is saying. You know, we setting the tone, okay? Then we get in the breakdown, which has a really, really good Janet Jackson sample. You get that from the start. He's talking to a female about maybe just wanting a little bit more because he's seen what has happened to a few of his peers that took the wrong course in life. You know, he wants to start appreciate what he has, to appreciate what he has, and maybe this person can enjoy what he has too. But, you know, she's still questioning, why does she need it from him? You know, he talks like taking care of his mother, touring, enjoying the fruits of his labor after his grind. And, you know, maybe she can enjoy it with him, but she's still questioning, you know, what can she do for him? You feel what I'm saying? Well, and he's a success. And now, right? Now, all of a sudden, she want to tap in. You know what I'm saying? He hooks up with her, still treats her good, even though of the past, you know, questions. And, you know, he now sees how she really is. You feel me? Then we get into Crash, featuring Raphael Sadiq and Kelly Rowland. I mean, how can this song go wrong? You know, I mean, come on, man. I love this song. A nice groove, digging a chick. Not really saying that, you know, we're a thing, but you can come crash at the crib if you want. You know what I mean? It's cool. We cool like that. You feel me? Then we get into Woes of the World. You know what I'm saying? That Joan, it just talks of just escaping the nonsense of life. Sometimes you just got to take a break from the woes of the world. Sometimes we get desensitized to the problems that we have, and we just be, you know, dealing with it. You know what I'm saying? We used to the woes of the world. It doesn't affect us, but it really does. You feel me? So I definitely love the concept on that. I love what he's saying on that. And again, like I said, Saba always has something to say. To Stop Playing With Me, a really nice interlude. Listen, y'all, just stop playing with the ball. You know, he has solidified his spot. He letting y'all know that, you know, just cut it out. You feel me? We got West Side Bound, Part 4, featuring MF and Mello, okay? You know, just paying homage to the West Side. The beat switches in the middle of the track. They give us a quick tour of where they from. Really, you know, solid track. We got a Head Rap featuring Madison McFerrin. OG, I seen her perform. Very talented. Jordan Ward. He got a couple tracks with OG on here I'm telling you, man, she dope. You know what I'm saying? I can't even front. But just some dope, like, mental and head metaphors in this particular track that you know, once you actually get to listen and understand what he's saying, I really, really enjoy that. Makes you think a little bit. We got Acts 1.5. I gotta tell you, man, I love the production on this particular track. This song is crazy. The way No ID brings in the samples throughout this beat is just dope, man. Saba's flow is crazy on this track. You know, some dope quotables on this track. It just shows Saba's lyrical ability, which, you know, I appreciate. You feel me? And don't get me wrong, I can't pronounce everything right. So if this comes out wrong, reciprocity or whatever it's called, featuring Ibi. You give me your all, I give you mine. You know, we just trying to reciprocate things. You feel me? I'm not the best pronouncer, and I ain't cutting nothing out. It is what it is. But you know, he's giving us his all. We should return the love. He puts his everything into his music, into his art, and he just wants us to reciprocate the love. You feel me? We got Stompin', one of the better songs on this album. I can't even front. I get out of this, you know, he's stomping his way toward this beautiful woman. They got so much in common, and you know, he's headed our way. You know, I'm stomping your way. You feel me? You're gonna be there when I get there. You know what I mean? I really, really dig that joint. We got Big Picture featuring OG again. Again, like I said, she on a couple of tracks. You know, just looking towards the big picture in regards to the goals that he wants to achieve. This song, the metaphor, you know, it's just so good. You know, he might have forgotten about those from his past. He's sorry, but you know, he has to take a step back and just get focused sometime. You know, I love the metaphor in the second verse of just, you know, making your art, making the best you can, putting your all into it. Sometimes people still just don't get it. TUBARS. Sometimes people still just don't get it. They don't get what I'm doing. They don't get what Saba's doing, you know, and I get it. You know, some people just gonna hate for no reason. You know what I mean? This joint is so relatable, and some people just never understand. You know what I'm saying? The art gallery line at the end just puts this whole track into perspective. This guy lyrically, you know, he's making you think, and that is something that I really enjoy when it comes to artists. You know, that's why I like these type of people, man. We got a 30-second chop. I tell you, this particular track, I'm not a huge fan of the production on this track, but the message is clear. Don't get me wrong. Making the wrong choices in life can change everything. You know, no love for the weak. And just because someone is quiet does not mean that noise is not being made. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he got some dope quotables on his song. The Mary Mac line, the JD lines are standouts for sure. You know, the hate that Jesus received. I mean, come on, man. You know what I mean? It definitely makes the meaning of the track stand out. But I truly think that if he would have had better production on this particular track, I would have enjoyed it more. How to Impress God. Now, come on, y'all. We already know when you see these titles, you know, it makes you really want to listen. All right, now, ooh, little baby belch came out. I don't know if y'all heard that, but whatever. Saba sees the change, you know, from the start of his career up until now, all the things he's done for those he loved, his family, friends, fans, women, helping people, etc. Everything, you know. But none of that impresses God. You feel what I'm saying? All of these things are just physical. What God sees in them is his best quality, and that is love. And I'm gonna tell you something. When you're talking about these kind of things on albums, you know, a lot of people don't listen. You know, but I'm someone who really appreciates what my man is saying on here. I really appreciate the message on this track. I appreciate what he's saying, and you know, God is love. So, you know, Saba, I gotta shout you out for that, man. You went there on that one. She called it on the back end, featuring Fresh Waters and True. You know, I'm trying to get through. We running long. I got a few songs featuring Mansoy, OG again, and Shmino. You know what I mean? That's my man. You know, I really appreciate Shmino. The first verse just lays out how sometimes we accept anything in our community as long as it gives us financial gain. We all know a lot of people do that. You know, then we get into the plots and schemes of those around you, the caution we must take. You know, when you go back to where you believe that you're safe at, Sometimes we not. Nice vocals on the chorus. Smino addresses how you do so much for your neighborhood. You come up on setbacks and, you know, you still make it out on a positive note. So I really appreciate that. And he also talks about how he's better than a lot of these boys. You put him in front of me, he'll you know, just demolish him as far as his style goes. And, you know, they be stealing from him and stuff like that. So I really appreciate that too. You feel me? All in all, a dope project. Is it his best? Not in my opinion. You feel me? I tell you, this is still good though. The production by one producer, like I stated from the beginning, you know, it just makes your album kind of start to sound not redundant, but you know, if you have this producer and this producer, and you have these different sonics that, in my opinion, make a great album. You know, you go back to your Jay-Z's and your Biggies where they would have, you know, No ID, they would have Timbaland, they would have Pharrell, they would have Premier, you know, all these different producers, you know, Bank, whatever. And it just gives your album a sound, different sounds, but it can still have the same like overall meaning. So, you know, sometimes just having one producer, it works. And I'm not saying that this didn't work, but, you know, you splash in like 3 or 4, I think it would have been a little bit better. So with that being said, I'm going to rate this. I'm going to get off y'all nerds. Y'all tired of hearing me talk. This is My First Cousin. And that's a 3.5 out of 5 stars. Peace. Thanks for hanging in there with me. I appreciate y'all. TUBARS.
Yes.